Welcome to Matchmaker Locals. This is our first podcast live interview. Welcome in to the club. This will be the first time that we've gone live on this platform to do Matchmaker Locals. I'm Chris Lovers, and this is Cheryl.
Hello.
Cheryl Wright Bell. You will know her as an author. She is an author to a book that is available in the link to the description of this video right now. So if you guys go and you click her book, she is an author to a World War II book about the Holocaust. Read resilience.com. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Cheryl.
Hi, how are you? I'm Cheryl, and I am with Chris Lovers. Right?
Yes.
And we are just hanging out talking about relationships. And I had written this book, Resilience. And the purpose is to make you feel strong and to go and to be with things and overlook things and just deal with things. And I think it's kind of like the same thing with dating. You're looking, it's not good, it's good. You got to keep your strength up. You just got to keep on looking, keep on going, do what you like to do. You'll meet people who are like-minded. You can go into groups, into school. And if you see somebody from a distance somewhere, don't just look at them and wait for them to come to you. You got to go over. You got to say hello, surprise them, and they'll love it. So that's what I'm giving you. What do you think?
I think I love that. And to give the people like a bit of a backstory on how Matchmaker Locals got started, as you guys can see, there's actually Lovers Gambit Boutique shorts up on the YouTube channel right now. And when I was doing that and passing back and forth these ideas between Lovers Gambit, Cheryl said to me, Chris, you know what? Why don't you do matchmaking to continue the relationship community that we have going on here? And just to kind of add to what you were saying, you know, sometimes you got to put yourself out there and surprise people.
Right.
I completely agree with that. You have to understand that if you're entering the dating community, a lot of the problems that I'm seeing is that people want relationships and they want dating, but they're putting no time into the dating part. I see a lot of the guys in the gym building themselves to be like the strongest and then building themselves to be the richest, but putting no time into the actual dating part. So they're forever on this cycle.
Hamster wheel.
Right?
Yes, it's a hamster wheel.
So this is very much to break the ice in the dating community between, I'm sure as you guys see the war of like the boys and the girls online and this and that in dating culture today, we're here to make it a little bit more fun. What dating really is supposed to
Get
be.
involved.
Like, why are you doing what you're doing in the first place? A lot of things in my mind can be solved with the relationships if they're set up the right way.
Yes. And I'm a little bit older here. So I know and have more experience with this stuff. So we're going to do really well working together and working with everyone of all different ages. So you got to really come on and speak to us and talk to us and have a good time with us. Don't you think?
I do think that. And then on top of that, this is a real podcasting service where we literally right now, this is an invite. We're just telling you to send this link out to everybody. Tag somebody that you think should be match made by us, the matchmakers. So what we do is we invite you on the podcast. We send you a link. We make sure that you understand how to be on the video. And we're going to ask you a couple questions about yourself to break the ice for a bachelor or a bachelorette, for a potential match-made person for you to connect with. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's great. And I think also when you see a bunch of people and they like attract you and you feel their attraction and then you feel their energy, then bring them in. Use this as your excuse even to bring them in. Talk to them. Tell them about this. And use that as your opening line. And before you know it, you'll be talking to a whole crowd and you'll get them all going and excited. And you'll be the leader there. They'll all be attracted to you. Don't you think?
I do think that. And not only do I think that, a little tip to throw in here that you just kind of sparked in my mind. I've heard this new colloquialism that says, date the people that like you, not the people you like.
Right.
So kind of, remember when she was saying put yourself out there, maybe put a little bit of thought into if you're chasing somebody that you might idealize when you could be more accepting to somebody that actually likes you for who you are if you want a quality relationship.
Right. We do that. I don't know why, but we take on this challenge with someone who isn't even worth the challenge. You think you're kind of attracted to him, but you're not sure. You think he fits your bill. Well, you don't know who fits your bill, honestly. And there's someone right around the corner that really wants to give you what you need, and you don't even see them because you're too busy focusing on what you may not be able to have. So just throwing that in.
And you know what? With the dating experience, we're trying to level out the playing field and get you off of these apps. Because what in the dating experience, what I'll say is that what happens in social media, it seems that right now it seems to be dividing us further apart. So this is a networking service to bring us closer together. And I can foresee that through doing the matchmaking here, we can kind of help people to not have to go through Bumble, not have to go through Twitter. Send us a person that you're crushing on. Send us a person that you have an idea, or bring yourself on here when we're asking you the questions and we're sending your video out to some of our clients and people that we know. We'll absolutely be able to find you someone with a very loving idea.
Right. And it'll be live. It won't be an app that you're swiping and swiping. You're just looking at someone. It could be a bad picture. They write the same stuff. I know that. I've been reading them for years. They write the same stuff. I mean, I've been in relationships, but I've still been reading them for years. And it's, walk on the beach, bike ride here, Chinese food, or what I like to do, where I like to go. But it's written out. And someone could be writing it for them. And the worst part is if they can't take a good photograph. And that's why we want to get them live. I think that's the best thing, to really see their persona. Not have to wait till you talk to them on the phone or meet them for coffee to find out. There's nothing there. It doesn't work. And then you feel bad.
Now, Cheryl, if you don't mind, I'd actually like to ask you a question here. And this could maybe help.
One question.
One question, okay. This might bring in some of the people. But what has your dating experience been in the last 2-3 months?
Okay. Not been fun.
Not been fun? What makes it not so fun?
I started looking at the apps and I didn't want to. So a friend looked at the apps for me and was picking out people that I was like, is this how little you think of me?
Ooh, yeah.
That hurts.
Right?
That really hurts.
So can you dig into a little bit more of like what you might have been looking for that would have actually reached your standards so it wouldn't have been so hurtful?
Right. Well, there are certain things that one's attracted to. You're attracted to blondes, to redheads. Some people don't like hair on the face. Some people don't like no hair. I mean, everybody has a different look. Someone likes someone who looks athletic. Someone likes someone short, tall, all different ways. And you can't know any of that from these pictures. You really can't. And they all take the pictures in the bathroom with the camera and you can see the back of the mirror. So, it's sweet, but you really don't see the persona at all.
Yeah.
And here we're helping you to see the persona.
Literally.
And that saves you time, energy, a lot of money. These apps are not cheap. Every couple of months, they send you another thing, renew, become a special this, a special that, a special this. And before you know it, you're spending thousands of dollars a year on each one. So that's why this really does work.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I want you guys to take a moment here to go to stan.store/matchmakerlocals.com. If you go there right now, you'll be able to sign up and book a dating session one-on-one with us anytime before you go on a date. There's the Stan store. You can go and book us there right now.
Right.
You can join the membership, and of course, you can join the Matchmaker Locals community. This community will hold you guys accountable to what you have going on within your current relationship. And if you have dating advice, you can help strengthen the youth of couples in America right now to make sure that you're building the future and investing in future relationships and helping out these people in our Matchmaker Locals community. So that link is in the description right now. But you know what I'm curious to think, Cheryl, is like I'm excited to see what kind of preferences people do have.
Right.
Like what are the majority of the people looking for on the boys side? What are the majority of the girls looking for on the girls side?
Right.
And I think that's going to be a fun
It's
pairing.
very strange what different, not strange, but it's, it's individual what people are attracted to.
Exactly.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm attracted to, but there are specifics. There's some people that want blue eyes and tall and under 125 pounds. And then some people want people that are 160 pounds. I mean, it's just, you don't know preferences. It's like going to a restaurant and looking down a menu.
Yeah, it is. So, like, I want to take a moment to say that this show obviously is going to be built on the quality of relationship that we think that people have between each other. So, yes, list out your preferences and we'll try to get you as close as we can to the actual person. So, because you can like whatever you want to like,
Right.
and we want to see what you like. But at the end of the day, we're building your relationship on quality, on love, and all the foundations that should be there: health, wealth, love, and
Right.
happiness, kind
Right.
of a whole
Right.
full package. And if you guys can authentically build that up here and have your first date here, and we see chemistry between the two of you, we'll happily set
Right.
you up on your first date.
And we're your support system, which is really nice. You don't have to go through all that stuff yourself. You come to us. We help you. And that's the best part of all of this, really. You're not on your own, and we'll guide you, but we'll more importantly, we'll listen.
Yeah, relationships are not always going to be perfect. Sometimes relationships are hard, you know. I'm sure that if there's a person in the dating community right now that's having a hard time, we're more than happy to bring them on here and guide them to show people what kind of situations you can find yourself in and highlight these moments to maybe build more quality connections and learn from the old stuff.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we all learn from everything, and we definitely learn from each other. That's really, really important. And sometimes when you're helping somebody else, you learn a lot about yourself as well. And then people relate to your stories. So come on, really. We promise that we'll support you in any way you need. You'll have a good time. It's not work, it'll be fun. And that's the most important thing, because when you're doing it yourself, the swiping and everything, that's work. This is not work.
Can you think of a time where you've been in a situation where you're swiping and you've went on a really bad date, but you've also went on a really good date?
Yes. I think the bad dates are the expectations of each person. The expectations are not matched. What they're looking for is completely different than what you're looking for. And I hate to say this, I don't know, but in today's world, there's a lot of,
You can say it.
okay, today's world, there's a lot of men and women that are looking for hookups. And if that's not what you're looking for, then you have to put that down right away. You really have to say what you're looking for. You're looking for a friend, you're looking for a relationship, you're looking for someone to hang out with, you're looking for someone who does the same things as you, not someone for who's looking at you just for a one night or for a piece of meat and not really learning your personality or anything. So I think that's a bad date. It's insulting in a way. And a good date is a listener. And those are the people that we know and we understand. And listeners go with listeners. And there's nothing more than a compliment to anybody but listening to them.
I'd have to agree with you, you know, because that really focuses on the quality of the experience that we want it to be. So let's not sugarcoat things when it comes to the hookup culture that she was just mentioning. Hookup culture is a problem not just in America but globally. The hookup culture, because of the internet, is literally a problem that most people that are experienced in dating are very well aware of. Do you think we have the answer here?
Yes. Yes. Because we'll find out right away if that's what someone's looking for, and we'll put them to the left side. And if there's someone who wants to match with that left person, then they go to the left side. So you decide what you're looking for, really, and that's the column that we focus on for you.
If you want to be a hookup person, you have the
Right.
right. I mean, that's
That's what I'm
totally fine.
saying. Yeah.
But in general, in reality, there is a huge section of people that are looking for a more traditional,
Yes.
more
Yes.
long-term quality
Yes.
relationship thing. And if that is what you're looking for, that might literally prioritize you in our selection of bachelors and bachelorettes. So you have to be very like, you have to really get on us and email us at matchmakerlocals@gmail.com to make sure that we pick you as a bachelor or bachelorette and go through the queue as such.
There's a lot of qualities that we all have. We're looking for quality, we have quality. So I think that's what we're really looking at as a person's quality. And it's not hard, it's not the end all. There are certain qualities that are quiet that are really nice. Do you want a noisy atmosphere? Do you want a quiet? It's really like picking a restaurant and a menu. Pick out what you like. That's it.
Now let's talk about this. We can come at this from an angle of being able to pair off couples in genres. So what I mean by that is I've been putting together content for you guys that's available on the YouTube Shorts right now for conspiracy couples, movie couples, anime couples, dancing couples, business couples, entrepreneur couples, whatever kind of relationship you actually see yourself being in a relationship
Right.
for. Because what I see all the time is people are pairing off because of the natural romances between people, but completely have no forward direction for where this is going at all.
Right.
I think that's the majority of
Right.
relationships.
Yes.
But these themed out couples, we get to ask you, why do you want a relationship? Do you want to be a businessman? For me, I'm doing marketing.
Right.
The girls would have to be in marketing.
Right.
That would work for me. What is it that works for you? What kind of relationship are you looking for? And what are you really doing? That is the point of Matchmaker Locals. We put you on a straight path for your future with someone you are dating.
Yes. And you know what? There's different things that you like. I mean, I like hearing about business because I like business. I like hearing about science because I like science. So there are different things. So I know I need a smarter man. Okay? I can't just go out with someone who plays basketball all day or something like that, doesn't read the newspaper, doesn't listen to the news, and is not involved with something that uses their intellect. Now, other women would hate that. They want a golfer because they love playing golf. So it's all in there. It's all what you want, who's available, who's attracted to you, who you're attracted to, and who's going to give you what you want.
What do you think women are experiencing in dating lately? Here in this area?
Disappointment.
Sorry. Can you explain that a little
bit? There
bit?
are a lot of people that do very well. What can I tell you? I think because we go through the questionnaires and get to know you and muster up ideas with you, the disappointment part, probably like that 50 to 60% is out. From there, you're on your own. And we'll guide you when you're on your own. But we take out all of that mud that you have to go through. So I think that's what this is about.
It is, because recently, like I'm going out as you can imagine. You see, I'm on the vlog and I'm going places and I'm recording and I'm watching the people and I'm seeing there is some love in the air and there is some chemistry happening. It feels good. It feels good to know that there is things out here. And if you're having difficulty and you're one of the people on the other side, if you're like really attractive guy, but you're not necessarily like you're dealing with the dating market right now, and the dating market is you're a guy. A lot of these girls kind of are a landmine that you're just not sure what you're going to get. It's a very Jack in the box experience.
Right.
So what we're trying to do is cut that out for you. You don't necessarily have to go through the process of like, oh man, Uh, she was showing me the best side of her personality, but now long term, that honeymoon phase is over, and now you're bickering a little bit, and now she's bickering a little bit, and now you guys are in a useless relationship. We're hoping to pull that away, because what's going to happen is we're going to ask you what kind of things make up the relationship you're actually looking for.
Right. And also the honeymoon phase, like you're talking about, the beginning of like everyone being at their best for each other. I think that using this service will not really have you come into that honeymoon phase, but come into that get to know you, get to like you phase, where a lot of that facade is away. It's gone. And you're just a regular person. And you shine with what you're about, not what you think you should be about or what you think the other person wants you to be, because then you're not yourself. So I think that's what we're looking for.
I do too. I really think that is an investment in our people for our country. Like
Yes.
I could see us making a 10-year relationship easy, and that we want you to be in a forever relationship. But just imagine we could do something that small.
Right.
How long do you think relationships last now?
It depends.
All right, let me.
Well, if you talk to the really old people, they last 57 years, 45 years. I met someone who's been married for 75 years who got married really young. So you don't know. But I think relationships now are like on the 3 to 6 month.
I think a couple things have happened in relationships that we could talk about that's very common. Like, I think that our younger generation saw the Hollywood hookup culture, breakup
Yes.
culture generation, and that kind of became something that seeped into society. And then relationships have gone through the hookup culture, then relationships have gone through the social media, the Instagram dating,
Right.
and now relationships are on, well, when I speak to people, and I just spoke to someone about this like 2-3 days ago about this.
Yes.
And they were saying that the person that they know is is a male that's actually dating, has a difficulty dating, just has no experience whatsoever.
Right.
So if you are a person that has no experience whatsoever, we'll coach you to the point where you have experience. Like if you have trouble with dressing, if you have trouble with cleanliness, if you have the trouble with like understanding female nature and how to maybe be exciting to a girl, and you don't necessarily understand the steps that it takes to make you someone that's attractive to the opposite sex or gender, we'll be able to help you. And it's very interesting to see that this woman was telling me about a man that's a little bit older that she had to put in the friend zone because he has no experience with dating whatsoever.
Right.
And for her, being an older woman, she was very upfront, like, dating is muddy right now. The market is muddy. And again, the market is muddy. That is reality. That is reality.
Yes, 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 yes. But flowers will bloom out of the mud.
Flowers will bloom out of the mud.
Really, that's what we're looking for, right? Isn't that what we're looking for?
That is exactly what we're looking for. That is exactly what we're
Yes,
trying to
yes,
do
yes.
here.
So I say bring yourself in, bring your friends in, bring strangers in. We'll take care of them.
So this is how you do it. Right now, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on all the social media platforms. If you know anybody right now that deserves this service, tag them in the YouTube comments. Follow us on Instagram at Matchmaker Locals.
Yes.
TikTok at Matchmaker Locals. YouTube at Join Matchmaker Locals. Rumble.com/Matchmaker Locals. And I believe I just said this. Twitter's Join Matchmaker. It's just shorter. Join Matchmaker.
Yes.
Email us somebody that you think is a crush. Email us our potential clients, potential bachelor or bachelorettes, people that would like to give dating advice, wedding advice. Email us at matchmakerlocals@gmail.com. We are all over the internet. As you can see, we're marketing to everybody.
And the other thing is, if someone's bothering you because they really want to be with you and they're texting and emailing and calling and all this stuff, we'll teach you how to ease out of it, because you don't want to just block them or something because you don't know how to react to it.
Tell us more about this, because the person on the other side of the screen might not necessarily understand the full story of what that experience is like.
Right.
So explain to them that I know what you're talking about. Explain to them that experience of how these situations gets to that point,
Right.
and how to de-escalate it.
Okay. Well, if you're starting out with someone and they're giving you that,
How do you start out with them?
I mean, if you meet them, let's say through an app, right? Where no one really knows about them or anything about them or has any sort of relationship with them. And all of a sudden you go out with them, they know how to find you. And then before you know it, they're texting and they're emailing and they're calling, and you feel the anger escalating.
Ooh.
So you're scared.
That's really weird.
I hate to, well,
Yeah, that's not a good
I mean,
look.
I'm telling you this from more experience, but you have to learn, and we will teach you how to de-escalate it. You just don't block. We have to de-escalate it. And also, one
I would
word of
agree with that.
advice, which is really good because you'll have the opportunity to meet people on video as well, that you don't have to go somewhere, don't you think?
Right.
And then be afraid that they're going to, I don't know.
Well, that's why this keeps it accountable in public. You
Right.
can meet the person here. We have the whole YouTube audience, all of you guys who comment. We want to build a relationship
Right.
with all of us together.
Right.
You know, that is the future goal.
And you could zoom in. You don't have to go out late at night to some restaurant or something and meet somewhere. And then, you have your car and you have to get back. And you can't even have, if you drink, you can't even have a glass of wine or anything to relax because you have to drive. So you could come have a party with us also.
So get this, Cheryl. Right now, I have an event that I put together for April 26th.
Right.
It's in our Matchmaker Locals. It's in the description right now. It's being sold on Eventbrite. We're gonna look at it. We might need to make a couple modifications to it, but
Yes.
It's available right now in the description. So by the time that you see this video, look at the event that we are selling that you can come to for a rendezvous to also meet potential matches on Matchmaker Locals. This is a really cool thing that we actually have that here too.
Whoa.
There's a location that only me and Cheryl know about right now that I would like to organize with you, that
Right.
we can invite all the people that we knew to do one of these matchmaker events.
Right.
But that is a huge part of why you need to be involved in our community at matchmakerlocals.com or matchmaker.locals.com/support. Go and become a member of our community so we can give you the locations to exclusive dating events that are only being offered by her and me, by us, only on this platform. And on top of that, Matchmaker Locals right now has merchandise on the TikTok shop. You can literally get a Matchmaker Locals t-shirt to support this channel right here, right now, today. And I would love for you guys to wear it at the events. Please support us and show us love. And I think that putting together these matchmaker events are going to be the foundation of a lot of new relationships that we spark.
Yes. And also there'll be events on Zoom where you'll all be able to see each other and you don't have to react. And then after you could tell us, hey, who is that guy? Who is that woman? You know what? I'm interested in them. And you don't even have to leave anything except for your computer.
And that's only available once you join Matchmaker
Yes.
Locals.
Oh, 100%. Yes. And those are events that you'll be invited to. So I think it's really exciting.
It is really exciting. So we've got the book in the store. We've got the events. We've got the t-shirts. We've got
Right.
the social media. We got the links. We are inviting people.
We
This is
need
the invite.
you.
We literally need you guys
you
to come on in.
Yeah, come in and have a good time. Really.
Tell us who you would like to date and tell us why you would like to date them. Or tell us that you would like to date and why you are dating. We want to know why you're dating.
Yes. There's steps. Like people say, what's your 5-month goal? What's your 1-year goal? What's your 2-year goal? 5-year, 10-year? Well, we're starting at the beginning because you're all going to evolve with this. You're going to be surprised who you end up getting attracted to. But that's why I like the Zoom, because you see a bunch of people at the same time. So it also helps. And you hear them talking and things like that in the chat room, and you get an idea about them. So it's another way to meet people.
Exactly. Imagine the life right there, because you're interacting, and it's with the intention of dating. That's a whole different thing, instead of like kind of right now. Mostly, what you're doing is you're, like you were saying in the beginning, kind of just maybe surprising people. That could work, right? But right now, we're kind of hoping that the person that you meet and that you're attracted to, you're kind of, you hope that they be what you want them to be.
Right,
And that's
right, right, right.
that's
But
just not the case.
oh, but a lot of
That's
times you don't even know what you want them to be
that is
because
true
you
too.
don't know who
Quality.
they are.
Exactly.
You really don't. So that's the whole thing is we help vet out
And me and her will
and
be able to
find
pick
the
up,
people that work for you.
yeah, like chemistry, because I can imagine like people having like match qualities, right? Like this guy has match qualities, the girl has match
Right.
qualities. Some of them could be similar, and I imagine some of them will be exactly the opposite. And I'm looking forward to see who we think has the realest, most like actual real chemistry between each other.
Yes. You'll be surprised.
And,
We're going to surprise you.
yeah, it comes down to
And you'll be
personality.
surprising yourself, really. But you really will have to figure out what you're attracted to.
Why do you think you're dating someone? Do you know?
Well, you have companionship, you have fun, you share things together, you're, you share your thoughts, you're intimate together. You just and enjoy each other. I think that's what it's all about.
Well, love them, build up your life, your future.
Right.
You
And
want to.
have someone who's there for you.
This is actually focusing on your legacy.
Right.
Whereas I think most social media is geared towards making guys extremely aggressive about becoming entrepreneurs, and most girls extremely aggressive about becoming beautiful.
Yes.
But it's like, why? Why are you this beautiful? Like, why is your, if beautiful was in points, why is your beautiful points 100, and why is your money getting job points 100, and no one's dating
Right. But
authentically?
now it changes actually as you get older. The women, I mean, you'll see more men getting Botox and Restylane and all sorts of plastic surgery now than ever before because they want to be attractive also.
That's interesting.
But that's not really attractive because they're changing themselves. And yes, you can enhance yourself, and that is really important. But there is involved in being beautiful and perfect for a woman as well. So there's two sides. And there are women who want to be entrepreneurs and business people and want a beautiful man. It just, we'll figure out what you want, right?
Exactly. I cannot tell you in my actual life how many girls I have dated that are not entrepreneurs, not business people.
Right.
And I wish I had known, like at that time, at a younger time, that being paired off with someone can actually kind of like pull you down or bring you up. If you haven't learned that from dating yet, you'll learn very soon.
Right.
And if the person been matched in that area, I can foresee that this person would have stayed in my life a lot longer, if not for the full length
Yes.
of a real relationship,
It's
for
like
that one quality.
Right. So it matters, but it's up to you, and we'll help you, but it's really up to you. It's your life.
It's your life. You need to choose someone. This is really important. And not only is it really important, but I think that there should be not classes, there should be a bigger talk. There used to be like the Victorian era of love where mom and dad would come and put you together, but like even outside of mom and dad, you need a stronger community to make relationships stronger, because everything comes from strong relationships.
Right. And that's why it's also good to do a Zoom, but just interview one person on that Zoom and let other people listen. Because believe it or not, if women are listening to a woman or a young girl or whatever talking, then they may say, hey, you know what? My brother would be great for you. Or I have a friend that's perfect for you. So sometimes when we do a Zoom, what we ask you to do is bring in your best friend.
Yes, and tag anybody right now on Instagram. Tag them in this video. Tag them and say, hey, I think that this person absolutely needs to be match made at Matchmaker Locals right now.
Right.
We'll be super happy to do it.
Right, because that's it. That's what the world is about now, honestly, is helping each other. There's so much crap out there now in the world. And we need some love, some kindness, and some caring right now. We really do.
I'm really glad that you said that, because if you watch some of the shorts that I just put out,
Right.
we just said the same thing. And I don't know if you even saw that video, Cheryl, but I said the same thing that you just said.
Right.
Is that, like, on the hunt to become a billionaire, on the hunt to become very beautiful, the what you really have in reality, where we really are, is that things in the world kind of need a relationship for it to be such not a chaotic place, a healthy relationship.
Right.
And if you are a single person, having that person with you while this crazy ride is happening might be all the strength you actually need if it's well paired off relationship.
Right. And then once you're in a relationship, you work on it, but you're not looking at all these strangers and things like that. You're satisfied and you concentrate. And I think that's good. You grow together.
That is a huge part of it. And having someone to stick out the hard times with, which is kind of what we're going through on a global reality, is something that you can absolutely bond through. And those are kind of things that I think would help build relationships, as you and me are kind of
Right.
weaving the authentic web of relationships together. And yeah.
Right now, in the time of this country, you also need someone who's politically minded the same way you are.
Yeah, it's funny too. I
Two
thought
different sides of politics right now, and you all know it, does not work.
That's funny, because I also said that in the shorts too. I was
Right.
like, what if when we're matchmaking someone, we put a blue and a red together and that makes a good relationship? Or what if it's blue blue and it's red red? And like I was telling people, like, what do you think would save the world? Because it's funny
Right.
to see what people actually want. Maybe your opposite attracts, maybe it doesn't. We're gonna figure that out. That's gonna be funny
Right.
to see what
Right.
people say one thing and do another sometimes.
Right.
So it's actually
Right,
funny
right,
to
right,
see
right,
what it's going to
right.
become.
So that's why it's good to listen to everyone's opinions. It really is. And that's why I like this service, because it really, you get to hear and everything about a person before you even start, before you walk out the door,
And
before you turn on your computer and zoom in. You already know what you're looking for, who to listen to, and if they're good for you. And if they're good for you, you mark it in the chat.
would you mind actually telling them some of the basic questions that we ask them?
Sure.
Name, age.
Oh,
height.
sure. Name, age, height, weight. Not that that matters so much, but some people want a small build, some people want a medium build, and some people want a big build. It's just the
Right.
initial attractions that we're asking you for.
It's like that helps us build a profile so we can go into the matchmaker. And some of the questions you could look for is name, date, age, height, where you're from, what
Right.
you do,
Religion.
what you like, what religion you are,
Yes.
how you see yourself pairing off the kids, where you want to live, what house you want to go
Yes.
into.
Does religion matter to you? And if it does, what religion? And would you be open to two religions? I mean, these are all different questions. We don't want you to sit there and argue with someone.
Exactly.
You could definitely compromise, but no arguing.
So matchmaking is building your life in the future, for the future,
Yes,
with us.
yes,
It does matter what
yes.
car you see yourself driving, what kind of credit score do you have, so we can pair you off in the right way. Like, do you have past trauma? Do you have baggage? Where are you in this part of your
And
life?
how do you feel if the guy has a 10-year-old car?
How do you feel about
Right.
different things that the person might have going on in their life? Do legal issues bother you? Does it matter where you live? Are you moving? What state are you in?
Right.
Every detail matters to building a relationship, and we're going to get you as far as we can to put you in the right spot.
Yes. You'll see. Do you want a small crowd? Do you want a big crowd? I mean, we all know what we like.
Do you want to get married? Do you not want to get
Right.
married? Do you want to get married with the government? Do you want to get married with the church? How do you want to get married? Do you want to do it in this country? Do you want to do it in another country?
Okay. First, let them meet. Then we'll worry about marrying them. No, really.
Yes.
And if you want to get married on Zoom, we'll plan that out for you too.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. We have places for you to go, look at dresses, look at rings, look at people. We'll help you set it all up. We have image people, we have makeup people, we have photographers, we have the whole gamut for you. Or the gambit, so to speak.
The gambit,
Yeah.
yes, the lover's
Yeah.
gambit.
Yes,
And
yes,
over
yes.
here on my side of the coin, I have literally everywhere that I'm going, I'm looking at places where I could potentially put you guys in a date. I have all these like based on their chemistry,
Right.
it might be a picnic that I want them to go on,
Right.
or it might be a dinner. It depends on you guys specifically. So we will be creative to your personalized situation, and that's why this is very personalized to the unique experience of each and every individual.
Yes. And we're really trying to create safe places for you. I think that's the most important thing right now.
Yeah, you need to be able to talk about your relationship for good or for worse. Like one of the things I talked about when I was recording is that if you come on this show and you're in a relationship, if it's in a really bad place, we might suggest to break you up. You might need to get out of a bad relationship to match yourself into a better one. And that's something we'll talk about if we have to here on Matchmaker Locals.
We'll have you look at the other side of the rainbow.
Some people
Yes.
they need that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the best thing is to match off everyone for their best possible relationship experience, and that matters just as much as your financial future, your every type of future that you can measure, your educational future, financial future, your life future. A lot of it, a huge half of it almost comes from your partner's
And
choice.
honestly, when you look at your partner, look at them and say, what if they have money now, but what if they lose their money? How are you going to really feel about them?
And can they get it back?
Right. And can you help? Do you want to help them get back? And do you want to help out for a while until it's back? So you have to look at all of these things. You really do.
Yeah, I'd say it's very common to say that in that situation, the girl might have a shot clock on how long she'll accept you being without money.
Right.
And then you'd have to figure that out in a very short time.
Right.
And if you can't do that, are you even in the right spot to be in a relationship if you can't recover from a financial disaster? You know?
Right. I mean, it's a roller coaster, you know? We're just trying to avoid some bumps for you.
We're trying to, yeah, we'll take out the majority of the bumps. We want you
Right.
to have the cleanest relationship, the most smooth, most chemistry, most matched off possible.
Yes. And then it won't be such a big roller coaster. We're going to put you on a kiddie one. Okay?
Literally. So I
I think
think
that's great.
literally that you guys are going to have the best matchmaking experience. Before we sign off, as I think we're coming to the end here,
Right.
is there anything that you'd like them to know about your authorship or things that you have going on with readresilience.com?
Oh, yeah, it's really exciting. I've been speaking to some schools and universities and things like that to speak at, because it's really based on courage and things like that. And look at it, because each story is only 30 words or less with an illustration. And it shows about young people who've gone through things. And a lot of people are going away for the summers now and things like that. And in October, we'll be starting an exhibition. So that's quite exciting near Fort Lauderdale. So I'm going to keep you posted on that. And I really appreciate that very much. And I hope that through this book, seeing how people are like not accepting to each other, but it's like now what's going on in the world is people are just swallowing the Kool-Aid that other people are giving them. So I just want everybody to just be kind to each other, be nice to each other. We're all human beings. That's all everybody wants, is to be kind and nice. And even with a stranger, you don't have to touch them or anything, but you could smile, you could say hello. We all live on the same earth. And know that. And don't let all these different things separate us.
Yeah, all division divides, but Matchmaker Locals kind of unites people. We literally unite hearts.
We make a family.
We really make families. That's what we do.
Right. But we also make a family within ourselves. You'll stay on until you see somebody that you think is for you. And you'll learn through the whole process what's really for you.
Is there anybody in particular you'd like to shout out to see this video specifically? Or is there any stories that you'd like to share?
Not really at this point, but I'll think about it for our next video.
Maybe for the next time.
I think we've given you a lot
Yeah, we definitely
to
did.
think about. And I think you have your list now to start on.
Fantastic.
So just start putting a few things together on your list. Hey, what am I really attracted to and what am I not attracted to? Okay, because people will say, everybody says tall, dark, and handsome, right? For women, I happen to like short, little chubby, and okay looking because I think they're funnier, right?
That might be her match off details.
Right. So, I'm not looking for what other people are looking for. And I don't have that, I guess, because I have more experience in this, I can see what makes me happy.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that, I don't want you to say, that you discount everyone if I met a really tall man or whatever, but I know that's not really in my heart what I want.
Right.
But I know that that would be a great man for somebody else, which I met this man just in Starbucks who was very nice, and we were talking and things like that. And I was thinking about a woman that I had met through here. One of the people through here. And I said, you know what? He would be perfect for her. So we're giving them a chance. Yeah. And I really feel like it's going to work because I felt his chemistry and I felt her chemistry and I knew it. So you have to stay tuned to hear. Really. And we'll definitely keep you posted on things that are going on.
We will. And that is exciting. So in your phone book right now, tag at least 5 people in this video right now that you think are worthy of being match made. And we'll reach out to them immediately on social media. I'm looking forward to doing it. But until that time, I think you guys are looking forward to seeing us on our next live stream episode.
Yes.
We will get to you with a schedule like so we can constantly stream.
Yes. Yes.
And
don't be shy because we're very easy to be around. And what's nice is it's very personal.
Don't be shy.
If you don't want people to hear what you're saying or talking to or want, you do it on an individual basis.
And that's what I'm looking forward to. So We'll see you next time on Matchmaker Locals.
Bye.
Talk to you guys soon.
Peace.
Peace. All right.